how to start an e-commerce store, that's what you're looking for. Fantastic search, my friend. I can definitely help you out with this. My name's Brando, and I can throw a bunch of advice and tips your way here. Having started my very first, e-commerce store on the internet going back about 3 years ago. But the single best advice I could give you up front here is before you do anything, before you, hire designers and you start designing a website and building a website for your storefront, is figuring out what type of merchandise you're going to sell, stuff that gets you excited, that gets you pumped up and enthusiastic and excited to promote, and also who your demographic is, who's your target market, alright? Who's going to want to buy that merchandise? And you want to narrow it down, like specifically targeted, because if you don't, you're going to fall into the same problem that I had when I first got started 3 years ago, and this is a problem I've seen everyone who's done this, fall into, alright? And that's when you start marketing to everyone, especially in the beginning, because when you do that, you're not marketing to everyone, you're marketing to no one, alright? And the problem is, it's because, there's a lot of establishment and credibility already out there in the marketplace. A lot of e-commerce businesses already have that authority in the marketplace, and it's because of that they're able to actually market to everyone, whereas when you're just getting started, you're just creating your, your e-commerce business, you want to narrow it down, okay? You want to narrow it down to the age demographic, who they are, what gender they are, what they're interested in, and then you want to get excited about that service or product that you're offering. So essentially, best advice I could give you up front here when it comes to starting your own e-commerce store, and you want to be niche specific. You don't want to be all over the place. You can eventually go all over the place once you have establishment and credibility, but in the beginning, you don't want to do that, because if you're all over the place, you're gonna be marketing to no one. It's just gonna be a pain in the butt. So that's the best advice I could give you. Next is just designing a website and all that stuff, and then asking yourself the question: do you want to create an e-commerce store that creates leverage and flexibility, or do you want to deal with employees, equipment, the overhead of dealing with products coming in, products going out all the time? And do you want to be your own customer service, answering to everyone's feedback and problems and all these things? So these are questions you need to be aware of, questions you need to ask, and that's really all it comes down to in a nutshell when it comes to starting your own e-commerce business. So what do? All right. First thing you need to do is figure out your target market, what type of merchandise gets you excited, that gets you pumped up to promote. Next thing you need to do is have a website, and then ask yourself questions whether or not you want to do certain things in your business. Because if you don't, alright, you're going to get locked in a time trap, and you're ultimately going to quit and fail. My story with this goes back, just over the last 12 months, I put my e-commerce store off to the side, and I started a different business model without having to deal with products, without having to deal with the overhead of an e-commerce store. And in a period of 2 weeks, I went from zero to being able to create a full-time income working part-time, very strategically, without any of the technical hassles like building websites, doing my own customer service and customer support. And it's the best advice I could give you. If you're just looking at starting an e-commerce store because you just want to start a business on the internet, you want to work from home and make money, I could throw you a lead here. I could show you what I've been up to in the last 12 months in addition to this, review. And if you're interested, I'll pop a link down below to my site. It's 123marketingtips.com. You'll see a 4-minute video there. Okay, it's from my business partner and myself, breaking down in detail how you can do this on the internet to get the results that you want, part-time or full-time, without any of this technical stuff. And then after that, you'll see testimonials from people who I personally work with. So, my friend, I appreciate you for coming by and checking out this video. I hope it helped, hope it all made sense, and I'll see you at the top. Take care.